It's a problem. Texting and driving is killing people every day. And now there's a national push to try and teach people how to fix that problem. I'll explain.
But we begin Local 4 News first at 4 with breaking news from Detroit's west side. A woman is barricaded inside a home where at least one person has been stabbed. Police are on the scene, and so is our Jacqueline Francis with the very latest. Jacqueline.
The scene behind me is almost identical to the one we showed you at noon, which shows the police strategy, which is patience. What we do know, police say, is that a woman remains barricaded inside of a home with multiple weapons, including knives and guns. We were told that this all started as a domestic violence call. A woman got in a fight with her boyfriend. There were 2 children inside. We were told by police that the woman stabbed that man, her boyfriend, and that the 2 kids were not harmed. The boyfriend and the 2 children came out of the house, but again, that woman remains inside. Police say that they were made aware that she's suffering from mental illness. She did not take her medicine, and for that reason, they're really being patient. They don't want her to harm herself or, of course, anyone else in the neighborhood or officers. So they said that they're prepared to wait it out, and that's the strategy they're continuing to have here. We'll have much more coming up at 5 o'clock, including that interview with the chief. Reporting live, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, we'll check back with you, Jacqueline. Police make arrests in the death of a teen girl whose body was found on I-94. The body of 17-year-old Ataya Land was discovered on I-94 near 8 Mile in St. Clair Shores on Friday. Police say the teen appeared to be shot in the head. Police have not said if she was shot on the freeway or if the crime happened somewhere else. State police executed 2 search warrants in the city of Southfield and took suspects into custody. We're working to learn more about the arrests, and we'll have a live report at 5. A key decision today in the case of the man accused of killing and mutilating a man he met on a dating app. Mark Lutansky pleaded guilty to open murder last month for killing Kevin Bacon of Swartz Creek in Lutansky's Shiawassee County home back in 2019. Well, in a 2-day hearing, a judge was deciding if he will be sentenced for first-degree or second-degree murder. The judge has ruled it will be first-degree murder. Lutansky initially pleaded insanity, but was found competent back in May. A hearing just wrapped up for Imani Bates. The star basketball player at Eastern Michigan University avoids jail time by accepting a plea deal. The deal allows felony gun charges against him to be dismissed. The 18-year-old was arrested last month after police found a gun during a traffic stop. Bates' attorney reached a deal to get those charges dropped in exchange for a misdemeanor charge. Sentencing is set for December 14th. Bates has since been reinstated to EMU's basketball team. Time for our first look at our Forewarn weather. Kim Adams joins us. It's been kind of a different day. A little cold, windy, rainy, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything for the last couple of days, really, but now we're starting to turn a corner. If you have outdoor plans tonight or the kids have sports, you should be fine. There could be a couple of sprinkles here and there, but otherwise the rain is pretty much moving off to our east. We do have one little area of rain. I'm going to zoom in for you here just to the south of Mount Clemens, but that's now moving out over the lake, so it will not be an issue. Around here, we do expect temperatures, though, to start dropping. We're in the 40s right now, 45 at City Airport, 46 at Metro, 41 in Pontiac. Wind gusts today. It's been a breezy one, but not quite as windy as it was yesterday. We have wind gusts about 10 to 20 miles per hour, 25 in some spots. And then the wind chill. 34 is what it feels like now in Pontiac, 34 also in Mount Clemens. So this evening, the rain tapers off. We dry out. By midnight tonight, we're back down into the upper 30s. I'll have that weekend forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Kim. Gas prices remain high, affecting families' budgets all over the United States. So today, President Biden laid out a plan he hopes will bring some relief at the pump. Kimberly Gill live in our newsroom with more on today's announcement. Kim.
Karen, this is a response to OPEC recently saying that they plan to cut oil production, which of course pushes up prices. Well, this afternoon, the president ordered the release of 15 million barrels of oil from America's strategic reserve to increase supply. He's also opening the door to more drawdowns in this winter of the reserve, which right now stands at 400 million barrels. That's the lowest since 1984. The plan calls for the federal government to restock the oil reserve once prices reach $70 per barrel. The president says the reason gasoline prices haven't fallen at the same rate as oil prices is because oil companies are taking bigger profits and not using that money to boost production.
My message to the American energy companies is this. You should not be using your profits to buy back stock or for dividends. Not now. not while a war is raging. You should be using these record-breaking profits to increase production and refining. Invest in America for the American people. Bring down the price you charge at the pump to reflect what you pay for the product. You still make a significant profit. Your shareholders will still do very well, and the American people will catch a break they deserve.
Gasoline prices are actually dropping slightly in Michigan. AAA says right now we're paying $4.14 per gallon. That's down 3 cents from yesterday and 16 cents from last week. But a year ago, we were paying $3.30 per gallon. So according to the president, if the oil companies reduce their profits down to the average of what they've taken in the past 15 or 17 years, I should say, Americans would be paying 60 cents less per gallon right now. That according to the president. Karen, we'll have more on the news at 5. For now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. First at 4, we are on top of stories making headlines around the world. Russian President Vladimir Putin declaring martial law in 4 Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine. Now, that means travel and public gatherings are restricted, along with even tighter censorship and more authority given to law enforcement. Last month, Russia claimed the territories, but has struggled to defend them from Ukrainian advances. People are being told to evacuate at least one southern city, as Russia says it expects a Ukrainian assault to take it back. An important Help Me Hank recall alert for you. Baby formula maker Abbott is recalling baby formula products over faulty bottle caps. The recall includes certain 2 fluid ounce or 59 milliliter bottles of ready-to-feed liquid products for infants and children. The company says a small percentage of the bottles have bottle caps that may not have been sealed completely, and that could result in spoilage. If spoiled product is consumed, it can cause some gastrointestinal symptoms in children. Well, we have seen the consequences time and time again. Distracted driving is one of the leading causes of highway deaths here in Michigan and really across the nation. Getting people to put their phones down while driving is easier said than done. But as our Kim DeJulio reports, many people aren't aware of a powerful tool that is already on their phone.
Tomorrow is National Do Not Disturb While Driving Day, and everyone is encouraged to participate. So, how do you get involved? Well, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is turn on the Do Not Disturb While Driving feature on your smartphone.
It's just a matter of going into settings and very simply turning it on.
Steve Kiefer, chairman of the Kiefer Foundation, which was started in memory of his son, who lost his life on I-96 after he was hit by a distracted driver, says technology is what's causing all of these tragic highway crashes. But technology can also help prevent them with the Do Not Disturb feature.
So really what we're trying to do is bring awareness to this tool. Again, it's installed in all of your Apple phones and Android-based phones. Go into the settings. It's really quite simple, and it's one click to turn it on.
When you turn this feature on while driving, when you receive a text, your phone will send an automated message.
I think it's quite effective when somebody sends you a text and they receive that immediately back saying, listen, my life is too important to me. I'm driving and I'm not going to respond to this text until I'm in a safe place.
The hope is, through this initiative, people will realize no text is worth risking your life for or the people you share the road with.
We're hoping that one day at a time, one person at a time, we start to change culture and start to change behavior, because it really is a behavioral issue. It's a trained behavioral issue where people are addicted to their cell phones, and we need to break it.
In addition to eye-opening initiatives like this one, the Kiefer Foundation has spent the last several years working to make Michigan the 25th state to pass legislation that would make holding your phone while driving against the law.
They've gone through the House. They actually passed the House last January 25th, and they've been stagnating now, waiting for Senate approval.
So even if you just turn on the feature for one day is all they're asking for. Or if you don't want to use the technology, then simply tell yourself tomorrow on October 20th, you'll put your phone in your purse or in the center console while driving, so our roads across the nation can be safe at least for one day. I'm Kim DeJulio, Local 4.
Statistics show that 9 people are killed in a distracted driving incident every day across the U.S. However, many of them aren't recorded as distracted driving cases, so that number is likely